Hello everyone, welcome back to another day in the 100 days graphic design challenge. So we are still going to be designing a product level. So I'm using this 600 by 1000 pixels. I'm just going to click create. So I have this. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to bring in my resources. Okay, so I'll just bring in these two. I'll drag it into my Photoshop like this. Okay, I'm just going to hit enter. Then I head back to my layers. I'll close up the eyes of this one. I have this. I head over to filter. I'm going to give it a camera raw filter. Now it has loaded, I'm just going to reduce the blacks, increase the whites, touch on the texture, haze, and then I'm just going to hit enter. So this is what I have. The next thing I'm going to do is to bring this here, and then I'm going to erase these particular images. So I'll just click here and then I'll make sure my brush tool is set on this. Okay, so I want to erase the fruits. I'll click X. Okay, then I just do something like this. I'll reduce my brush. I'm using square brackets. Okay, and then I'll just, so after I'm done erasing, the next thing I'm going to do is to just add a background color. So I'm just going to click here and I'll hit solid color. I'll change it to red. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it at this red. Okay, and I'm going to hit enter. I have this. I'll just take this up this way. I want to add something like an ellipse, so I just click here and then I click on my ellipse tool. Okay, then I'm just going to draw this over here, not holding my shift key. Okay, I'll just drag this like this, and I'll just drop my ellipse tool. I'll change this color to white like this, and I'm going to increase this a little bit. Okay, so I have something like this. Now the next thing I'm going to do, I feel like this is too much, so I'm just going to reduce it holding my shift key. Okay, then I'll hit enter. I'll click here and I'll just take this down a bit. The next thing I'm going to do is to add my text. Okay, I'm just going to say Crim Berry, Berry. Okay, so I'll change this color to red. I'll change it to white rather. Then I'm just going to increase this. So I'll just fit screen. Okay, I'll increase this like this. Okay, so I have something like this, not too much. I'm going to adjust it. Then I will hit enter or double click and I'll click on this one. I'll just select this and I'll head over to this place and increase it a little bit so that it starts where B starts, and likewise I'm just going to reduce this. Okay, enter. Then the next thing I'm going to do, Ctrl J on this my text, and I'm going to adjust it. I'll take it high like this, okay, this way. I'll hit enter. Then I head over to my layers and I will take it to be beneath this. Okay, then I'm going to change this to overlay, so we have something like this. Then next thing I'm going to do is to open up the eyes of this image, so I'm just going to add it at the edges of the design. Okay, so I'll just do that very quickly. Okay, so I'm just going to blur this image. So I head over to filter, blur, motion blur. Okay, so I'll just leave it at angle 1 and distance 25. And I'll hold my Alt key and I'll drag over to the other side. Okay, and I'll just rotate it this way and I'll just place it here. Okay, then I'm just going to increase this text. Enter. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to add my text down here. I'm just going to say strawberry extracted juice. So I'll type strawberry first. Okay, then I'll change this font. I head over to properties and then I click here and I'm going to use this one here. I'll increase this, enter, and then I'll change this color to red. I'll just pick this, enter, then I'll reduce this to -10. Okay, I'll place it here. I'll just take this to 0 and I'm just going to type extracted juice. Okay, I'll hold my Alt, drag, and I'll say extracted juice. Then I'm just going to reduce this one. Okay, so let me zoom in. So I'll increase this so that the spacing will be a little bit too much. I think 20 is okay. Then for this one, I'm going to increase the spacing and I'll just adjust it this way. Okay, so I have this. I'm just going to make sure it's at the center of the shape. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'll hold my Alt key and I'll drag it and I'll just say 100% natural. I'll change this color to black. Enter. Then I'll take this to 40. Enter. I'm just going to duplicate this one again. Okay, and then I'm going to write 200 mil. Then I'll just click here so that it becomes small letter. So I have this. I'm going to take this back to 40. Enter. Okay, so this is what we have. So with that, we have come to the end of this design. I'm just going to show how I did the mock-up. Okay, I'll just adjust this. I'll fit screen. So I'm just going to use my Shift Ctrl Alt E to screenshot. Then I head over to filter and I'm just going to adjust it a little bit. So I'll just increase the texture, reduce the contrast a bit. Okay, so that will be all. I'm just going to hit enter. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to create a new layer. Okay, so that we can do the mock-up together. I'm using this 1024 by 1024 pixels. So I have this. I'm just going to bring in this design, sorry, this object. I'll just bring it in here. That's one. And I head over to my layers and I'm just going to change this background. I'll be using a gradient color. Okay, so I want it to be radial. First of all, I'll just change this to white. I'll change it to white. Okay, enter. And for this one, I'll take the opacity to 100 and then I'll click here and I'll change it to arch. Okay, I'll hit enter, enter. Then I'm just going to change this to radial. Okay, let's see. So I'll just increase this so that the middle will be white. Now I'll click here and I'll take it to arch a little bit more. Okay, so I have something like this. The next thing I'm going to do is to duplicate this image, Ctrl J. Then I'm just going to bring in my design. Okay, I'll just drop my design inside of Photoshop like this. Okay, and I'll right click and I'll clip this. Then I'll just adjust it to what I want. Okay, so as you can see, the some parts are cut out. That's simply because I didn't use the exact size. Okay, but I'm just going to use it that way. So I'll just leave it this way. Now hit enter. Then the next thing I'm going to do is to hold my shift, click on this second one, Ctrl G, and I'll right click, convert to smart object. And I'm just going to duplicate this thread 2 times so that it will be a number. Then for this first one, I'm going to change it to multiply and I will reduce the fill to 40%. Okay, then for this second guy, I'm going to change it to overlay and I'll reduce this to 40. Then for the third guy, I'm going to change it to linear bond. Then I'm going to reduce the fill to 40. Enter. So I have something like this. The next thing I'm going to do is to just click Ctrl J and I'll take this up. Okay, then I'll click Ctrl L to show out these levels. Ctrl L. Then I'm just going to adjust this a bit. Okay, I'll just hit OK and I'll change this to overlay and I'll reduce the fill as well. Okay, okay, so you can see the effects on it. This one is for this one was for overlay. Okay, and this one as well, and then we have this one too. Okay, so if I want to increase the brightness, I can increase this. See what we have. Okay, I'll just leave it at 40. I'll just leave it at 50. Okay, so with that we have come to the end of this design. Next thing I'm just going to do is to create a new layer. Okay, I'll create a new layer here and then with my brush tool set at black and this one set at 0 hardness. I'm just going to drop a shadow. So I'll just increase this and drop something here. Then I'll hold my shift and take it down. So I'll just place it here. I'll take it up. Okay, I'll place it this way so we have something like this. Okay, so with that we have come to the end of this design. I'm just going to see you in our next video. Please do like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. Bye.